that they don't even notice that. Not only in my online courses do I use Ustream in the lesson explanation part, but I use it in my announcements area. I want to provide students with an announcement, so I will pop a Ustream in there and say, you know what, we're having problems with the testing function this week. This is what I'm going to do to solve it. You'll receive an extra week. That way, and I leave all my announcements up there. That way students can go back. So they're getting to see me, getting to hear me. I am developing a personality, a teacher personality within their course. Students have given me excellent feedback about embedding the Ustreams in the announcements and embedding the Ustream videos in assignments. I will also, after they've completed a discussion board, do a Ustream, record a Ustream, and tell them, if you received a 7 this time, this is probably why. Be sure you go back to your grading rubrics to understand. I give them specific examples. Students appreciate this. I did this semester. Week 6, I put up a video for students to go back and see what they were doing with their discussion boards. And this week, the discussion boards are fantastic. And they improved because they had that video. I embed into my face-to-face courses, hybrid courses, online courses, podcasting. This particular one is podcastpeople.com. It used to be free. I don't know if it still is. I actually pay about $12 a month for this site so that I can put up as much information as I want. I'm not limited on how long I speak, and I place pictures up there. I give a lecture. If you notice the one here, it's 2, self-concept and the mini selves. I uploaded pictures of me, my brother and my niece, and my sister-in-law, and a friend of mine at a conference. And this is to help them understand the mini selves of their instructor. And below it, they have where they can blog. So I give them extra credit if they just blog something that has to do with self-concept and their life, that they're making connections to the content of the course via the technology. Students love this. I have several apps for my core Speech 1311 course, and I had a student in class who came in one day and said, Miss Egger, I was in my room listening to your podcast lecture, and my roommate who attends UNT came in and said, hey, I recognize that information. I'm taking that same course out at UNT. She started listening to my lectures to help her understand the content material because it was the same textbook, and I just loved that. Another piece of technology that I embed in my courses, I use YouTube. I have lectures out there on citing sources, on developing speeches. What happens to be a paper bag speech? I give them the criteria for the paper bag speech, and I do my own paper bag speech, and I give them some pointers. Students love seeing me on YouTube. There is something that teachers and YouTube and being on YouTube that students appreciate. So sporadically during the semester, I have videos on YouTube that I will pop into my online courses and my face-to-face courses as well. Students love it. Okay, so let's take all of this back. You've heard me talk about Ustream, podcasting, MySpace. I have used Twitter. I have used Diico. This presentation right here is a WIMBA presentation. It is also instructional technology. I have used RSS feeds. And with all of that, I've developed a reservoir of language. So now when I speak, I use instructional communication, but that is specific to technology and curriculum. When I talk about a traditional classroom, I will code switch students and continue talking about technology, but realize that I'm in the context of a face to face classroom because I have developed a language, a technology instructional curriculum language. I have an easier time of incorporating it into my lesson plans, talking with students, talking with other instructors or colleagues who have that language repertoire about them. If you remember back to the highways, the intersections, the overpasses, and the underpasses, it's the language that we develop that helps us navigate through all of those pathways and the roads. Some piece of research that I found because I continue to research code switching and I just want to learn a lot about it is Afrin. And Afrin states that code switching behavior is not random, nor is it seen as a sign of linguistic deficient or inadequacy. Rather, it is a negotiation between language use and the communicative intents of the speakers. When I'm putting my curriculum together, it's about me negotiating language between my curriculum, my pedagogy, and technology, and the intent of providing the best possible education that I can for the students that I instruct. And the initial quotation from the beginning, the start of the presentation, I quoted the student who's in the interpersonal communication class who said, wow, instructors are using this. I feel closer to the instructor because the instructor is using this. That's a negotiation. I am creating a negotiation of language with the students and also building code switching so that I can increase a relationship and build a relationship and maintain a relationship with the students. There are several advantages of using instructional technology and becoming proficient with your communication code switching. It increases student retention. I had the national average. The national average for online courses for students who drop is 50%. Or you could say it the other way. Online education retains 50% of their students. That's not good. Once I started incorporating technology into the curriculum, my student retention went from about 60% to 90 to 99% because I was providing them another method for learning. So it increases student retention. Another advantage to incorporating technology and creating that language for incorporating technology is it increases learning. I use WIMBA, as I said before, and I use it live with students. They get on WIMBA and they can IM me. If they have a video camera, I can see them. If they have a speaker, I can hear them. And they can ask me a question. I can be at home in my office if I want to do it on a Saturday, and they can be in their homes, wherever